soup, you've tried it. Maybe you loved it, but maybe like so many, it's been just meh. Hi, I'm Bruno, and today I'm introducing you to a soup that has been around for centuries, has survived the test of time, and with just a few ingredients, quick prep, and guaranteed flavor, even for the haters. This soup will change your mind. And as a bonus, I will cook for you the perfect companion for this bread. Let's do it. All great soups start with a solid foundation, your aromatics. Heat your olive oil in a large pot over medium heat. Once it's hot, toss in the chopped onions. Let it cook gently, stirring it occasionally until it softens and turns a beautiful golden color, about 5 minutes. Now, it's garlic time. Add the chopped garlic cloves and keep stirring for about a minute. Garlic is like the diva of the kitchen. It adds incredible flavor, but it'll burn faster than you can say caldo verde, so don't take your eyes off of it. Onions and garlic are the base for almost everything good in life, except dessert. Don't try this in dessert. And by now your kitchen should smell incredible, like you've been slaving away for hours when it's really been, 5 minutes? That's the magic of aromatics done right. Now it's time to take this soup to the next level. Start by adding our stock. You can use chicken, vegetable, whatever you got on hand. And for a little twist, we're adding a little of white soy sauce. I know, it's not traditional, but trust me, it adds a layer of savory depth that even your Portuguese grandmother would approve of. Probably not. Next, let's get our potatoes, peeled and roughly chopped. These are going to do something magical. They'll cook down and make our soup creamy and velvety. No heavy cream required. And one of the stars of the show, our chouriço. And if it's not Portuguese, is it even chouriço? Slice it into thick pieces. This way it'll cook faster and infuse even more flavor into the soup. Plus, those chunks of chouriço are going to be irresistible later. Drop those slices in and let everything come to a gentle simmer and cook for about 20 minutes or until the potatoes are fork tender. The chorizo is going to infuse the broth with its smoky, savory magic while we sit back and let the pot do all the work. The smell in the kitchen is insane, and the kind of aroma that makes your neighbors accidentally ring your doorbell. Now that the potatoes are fork tender and the chorizo has done its job, it's time to bring everything together. Start by fishing out the chorizo slices. They've infused the broth beautifully, but now they need a little break. Unlike me, they've earned it. And before blending, here's a little trick to avoid ending up with a watery soup. Ladle out some of the liquid and set it aside. You can always add it back later until you get the perfect creamy consistency. Now, with your trusty immersion blender, blend the soup until it's smooth and creamy. Start slow, and if needed, add some of the reserved liquid a little at a time until you hit that perfect texture. Creamy, not runny. We're aiming for something silky and smooth, unlike my attempts at small talk, which are always lumpy. A regular blender will work fine too, just don't overfill it. Trust me, I've pushed the limits, and let's just say the blender won. And once it's blended to perfection, give it a quick taste. This is your chance to adjust the seasoning. Maybe a pinch of salt, a dash of pepper, or just the satisfaction of knowing you nailed it. Now it's time to brighten things up. I'm keeping it easy today and using frozen kale. That's already cut and ready to go. If you like me and enjoy shortcuts that don't compromise on flavor, this is the way to go. Just stir in the frozen kale into your silky soup. As it cooks, the kale will soften and release a subtle earthy flavor that will balance out the richness of the broth. Simmer for about 10 minutes, just until the kale is tender and beautifully green. If you don't have frozen kale, not a problem. Grab a bunch of fresh kale, remove the stems, roll the leaves up, and slice them as thin as possible. The key is to aim for delicate ribbons that blend seamlessly into the soup. Frozen kale is not only a time saver, but it's also picked and frozen at peak freshness, so you're still getting all that vibrant flavor and nutrition. But fresh kale works just as well, it just takes a little extra effort. Before we bring back the chorizo, let's add a finishing touch to the broth. A good drizzle of olive oil. A good olive oil. This adds a velvety richness and ties everything together. Just this step goes a long way. Now add the chorizo slices back into the pot. They've already done their job as flavor boosters, but now they're stepping into the spotlight as the star topping. Quick taste and adjust seasoning. Maybe a pinch more salt, a little bit of white pepper. This is your final touch, your chance to make it sing. Now, you could stop right here. This soup is delicious on its own, but if you're really going for the full traditional experience, there's one thing we can't skip: Portuguese cornbread. This bread is much a part of this soup as the soup itself, dense, hearty, and slightly sweet. It's the perfect companion to soak up all that creamy, smoky broth. Plus, let's be honest, there's nothing more satisfying than tearing into warm homemade bread. To make this beautiful rustic cornbread, we're going to keep things simple and save on cleanup by doing everything in the stand mixer. Start by scalding the cornmeal directly in the bowl. This softens the grains and helps create that tender crumb, even though corn flour is pretty devoid of gluten. Pour in your hot water, while the paddle attachment gently mixes the cornmeal into a smooth mash. Scalding it like this gives the bread its signature texture and a subtle sweetness that makes it irresistible. Once it's smooth, let the mixer rest and leave it to cool down for a bit. Easy, right? One bowl, no mess. Now while that cools, we'll get the rest of our ingredients ready. The beauty of this cornbread is its simplicity. It's all about letting the corn shine. We'll add our flours, both rye and wheat, and we're gonna add our salt into it. This combination gives the bread its rustic character while keeping it soft enough to dunk onto our soup. The less gluten in this dough means it won't rise much, so don't expect it to double like a traditional bread. That's totally normal. Now, I'll pour in the yeast mixture that I did earlier with some water, the yeast, and a tiny bit of sugar, and let's give it a moment to mix everything together and form a sticky dough. We're not looking for anything smooth or stretchy. This dough has its own personality, and this is perfect. Once everything is combined, shape the dough into a ball, add some flour to cover the top, cover the ball with a cloth, and let it rest in a warm spot. Like I said, don't expect dramatic results, it'll rise just a little, but that's all it needs to develop its flavor and texture. See that? Just a gentle rise, but it's ready for the next step. And this is where the cornbread gets its signature look. Dust your work surface generously with flour, don't be shy, and turn out the dough. Shape it gently into a round loaf, dusting the outside heavily with flour to create those beautiful cracks in the crust as it bakes. Place your loaf on a flour tray and it's ready to go into the oven. There's no second rise here, it's going straight in. Preheat your oven to 200 Celsius and bake until it's golden brown and sounds hollow when you tap the bottom. Don't rush it, let the bread work its magic. And there it is, cornbread, rustic, hearty, and just begging to be dunked into a steaming bowl of caldo verde. Honestly, this bread is more than a side. It's a partner for our soup, and together they're unstoppable. Alright, time to plate up. Ladle that rich, creamy soup into a bowl, making sure that on every spoon there's a little piece of chouriço. This soup doesn't just look good, it smells and tastes even better. And don't forget the bread. Dunking this bread into the soup is what dreams are made of. So there you have it, the soup that will change your mind forever. Simple, quick, and packed with flavor. Alright, let's see if this lives up to the hype. Creamy, smoky, that vibrant kick from the kale. It's everything I said it would be, and then some. The potatoes give it that silky texture, the chorizo brings this rich, smoky depth, and the kale just enough freshness to balance it out. Honestly, if you ever saw another soup as boring or bland, this one will make you a believer. And the little umami kick in the end from the soy sauce, it's incredible. And now this bread, dunk it in, let it soak up all that flavor. This is the kind of food that makes you slow down and enjoy every bite. And there you have it. This will forever change how you feel about soup. Creamy, smoky, fresh. This one's got it all. But if this has inspired you to explore more Portuguese soups, check this video out. My red kidney bean Portuguese soup is just something you cannot live without, especially in this cold weather. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you there.